Hi everybody, it's Jeannie from Gardening Jones, and I was going to take a look today, talk to you about composting. I'll show you what we have and what we do. Here's our composter. It's envirocyclesystems.com, made in Canada, which I kind of like that, not made in China. It has a little latch here, and inside you'll see what gardeners often refer to as black gold. It's not completely broken down. I can see the tea bag in there, but this is the compost bin that we're working out of this season. Lock it back up, and you can see down here it happens to be on wheels, and it turns and actually produces compost water too. You can open up that little drain. When it rains, the water gets in, it goes down into the bottom, and we have compost tea of sorts. Not as good maybe as Annie Haven's manure tea, but doesn't go to waste. And we have a nice Queen Anne's lace here growing next to it, which is a relative of carrots, by the way. But anyway, you just turn this every so often, and it really makes it easy, especially for us as we get older, to just be able to grab onto it. See if I could do it with one hand. Well, I do a little bit of it with one hand, but you can see it rolls, and you just keep rolling. It takes two hands for me nowadays, especially when it's this full. And we have two other compost bins that I got from, one was given to me, but our cooperative extension, Penn State's cooperative extension, was giving them out, and I'll show them to you next. This is our second compost bin. Our third one looks just like it. We do this. This is a green compost. This is the compost that's going to get turned and not get used until next year. You can see he's been putting grass clippings in there primarily, and we also compost coffee filters, tea bags, any vegetable scraps, eggshells. We don't compost, well, we don't eat meat, so you should never compost meat. And occasionally I'll hear somebody say, oh, it's okay. It would attract critters in this area. There's no question about it. Any smell of meat outside would attract them. We do, it does have another section. I'll show you here. It's not in all the way. It has little tabs that go into these little spaces here. But right now, obviously, we don't need it this high. For somehow, I lost the lids. I probably threw them out. I was growing potatoes in these, so I might have gotten rid of them. So instead of the lid, he just keeps a screen with plastic on it on top, because we don't necessarily want the water making a big puddle out of it or sending it down. Underneath is an old piece of plywood, so that not all the good nutrients go into the soil, and they stay more in the compost bin where we want them. And this one has a little door, that you open up when you want to get the compost out. So next spring, this will be our main composter. This will go into the first one, a lot of it, whatever can't go directly into the garden, and it will get turned over the course of the summer. The third one is exactly like this one, same source, Master Gardeners, Penn State. And that one is going to be for the chicken manure. Chicken manure should be 3 years old, at least 2 years old, but 3 years old, because it's not really manure in the sense of cow manure. Chickens don't really, what they give off is more urea. It's more urine than manure. So it's very acidic and way too strong for your garden. It could actually kill your plants. So we keep that separate, and we'll keep that for a couple of years. I may end up needing a fourth one, so that after 3 years I can use the chicken manure and start over again. But anyway, that's what we do. Don't waste. Even grass clippings are wonderful. Anything green, they talk about having a balance of greens and browns and all of that. I don't really worry about it. We just compost everything we can and try not to waste. And it's free fertilizer for your garden.